everybody, and welcome to San Juan Capistrano. This is the State National Cup Championship for the girls under 13 division. We have two gold teams going at it here. I'm Kgjs for George Langevin Productions. My assistant sidekick partner today is Justin Cisco. How you doing, Justin?
Doing great. Happy to be here in San Juan Capistrano for this girls 13 and under championship game. Should be an exciting contest.
We've got the SoCal Blues. They're in their famous or infamous lime jerseys going up against the Irvine Soccer Club Strikers.
Based on sheer style and audacity to wear those uniforms, the Blues are definitely out to the quick advantage if you're at the scoring at home variety.
Blues do wear my favorite uniforms here. I must say, these are top of my list. I like the colors. You can see the numbers. Very easy to call a game. The numbers are right in your face. And of course the Strikers over there can't be denied. They got the black jerseys with the white numbering. Very easy to read. Some of these teams, I don't know what they're thinking, but these two squads make it very easy on us commentators here.
That is true. This is more of a traditional Notre Dame style, you're going to get what you pay for uniform. SoCal Blues, in case they ever get lost, they can be found in any kind of
very bright
or nighttime. They glow in the dark.
I bet they do.
Multi-use uniforms.
Referees in their last-second conference there at midfield, and it looks like the Strikers will have the ball to start this. Look at this beautifully groomed surface they're playing on here, Justin.
It is nice. It is a
looks like a perfect putting green.
It really does. The ball is going to roll smooth. This is a great surface for these girls to play on. Looks like there's giant highlighters on the field.
You like those uniforms?
I absolutely like these uniforms. I think that more teams, professional and amateur, should go to the fluorescent uniforms.
I like it, and actually it's a good matchup with the Strikers. A nice contrast here. We won't be getting these teams confused today, as we normally do.
Unless we're colorblind, Ken, that should not happen.
And now we're underway. Even the ball very colorful here today, yellow.
Soccer is about pleasing fans, keeping everybody involved, and I think these, as long as you have sunglasses on, are able to stay involved for the most part.
Battle for the control of the ball here on the near side. The wind picking up here today. You can see the flag of the side judge just relentlessly flapping in the breeze.
This wind has no quit. Tell you that.
But then I look at the other side of the field and I don't see too much wind, so I don't know.
It's an illusion.
And on that far side, the Blues will lose the ball out of bounds. We'll get you the rosters for these squads just as the action is turned away from one of the nets here, and it's the Strikers trying to attack right now. Little center pass on that header. Strikers trying to come in deep, but nice defensive play there. Number 15, Tata Gilmer.
Tata.
Showing off the defense there. Helping out.
D.
You know, Justin, just a few weeks ago we were in Dallas doing some games, and this field in a little bit better shape, I think, and
we were at
the players enjoy it.
Yeah, we were at Richmond College in Dallas, Texas, and it was a very nice facility, but the field had an interesting dynamic to it with the slope going down the sidelines, kind of a dirt track around it that was slippery, causing some problems for the players. Definitely was not to the quality of this field, which, for Richmond's sake, a little bit embarrassing.
They are a college. Strikers trying to come in deep, and it's the Strikers here early on in the first half, Justin, that are putting the pressure on the defense as Gilmer gets in front of the ball again, putting the pressure on this Blues defense, and let's see what they can do.
Well, right now, the Blues are benefiting from Tata saying "na-na" down there on the lower end of their field.
She's playing some solid defense near that corner, and now it's the Blues getting out and running here on the near side. Number 13 for the Blues, Lee Edwards. And the ball is out. We have an injured striker rolling on the ground. It looks like number 17, Holly Hine. And let's hope that she can get up and continue on here. Looks like an ankle injury, Justin.
Let's hope it's not too bad. It looks like she may have rolled it, though, as she was heading down. Got tangled up with one of the Blues players.
From this angle, looks like the referee kind of has his foot on her shoulder there. And now he finally signals to the bench that the coach needs to come out. And after they've assisted Holly, looks like she's going to have to be helped off. So hopefully that'll work itself out and she's able to come back. But right now it doesn't look too good.
No, it doesn't. She is really laboring off the field right now. She's trying to do it under her own strength, which you have to applaud that. She looks like she might be walking it off a little bit, but
she wants to stay in this match, that's for certain.
Well, what you hear from her teammates is Holly Hine has no quit to her. She is a fierce competitor. The girls absolutely love her on her team. Great kid. And we hope she's going to be okay.
Well, as she makes her way across the field, she's walking a little faster. She is walking that off, and this might be something that she'll come back from here later on in the half.
It's just a tough way to go at the beginning of a championship game. You hate to have to take that long walk off the field not knowing if you're coming back. You really want to contribute. You've made it here with your team, and the last thing you want is to see anyone get shorthanded by injuries.
And so when play resumes here, I believe the strikers will have the ball on the free kick. And so we'll get you those rosters for the Blues, of course, in those fluorescent jerseys. As we start play again here on the near side, number 8, Gabby Zarnagar for the Blues. Loses the ball. It rolls into the corner. Save from going out. Can the strikers clear it away from their net? They do. Up to number 2, Nicole Dupuy. Nicole, very quick, getting up across midfield, being chased by Gilmer. And the ball is out here on the near side. So for the Blues, number 3, Sarah Halverson. Number 4 is Jillian Hogan. Number 5, Greer Zerboni. Number 6, Kelsey Wilson. Number 7 is Danielle Green. Number 8, Gabby Zarnagar. Number 9, Lauren Eng. Number 10 is Allie Harrison. The keeper, Alexis Huerta. Number 13 is Lee Edwards. Number 15 is Tata Gilmer. Number 18, Rachel Manning. Number 19, Alexandra Trinari. Number 20 is Christina Hart. And number 22 is Kendall Romine. The team administrator is Joel Harrison. And the head coach is Tad Bobak.
Is it fair to anoint Miss Greer Zerboni to our all-names team?
I like the name. I like the name.
Greer Zerboni. It doesn't get much better than that for a soccer player. I mean, that's a sharp name.
Ball moves over to the far side. The strikers now with an opportunity to attack the net, but the Blues defense gets back. And they'll clear it away, trying to move it up across midfield, having some difficulty. A lot of black jerseys in those lanes, Justin.
They're clogging it up right now. Clogging the drain, I'd have to say. No, the strikers are making it tough. They keep the pressure on. The Blues not being intimidated by the fluorescent jerseys. They are showing them what they're made of thus far.
Well, when you run up against a team that likes to close all those passing lanes, what's the best way that an offense can get around that?
Sometimes it's easier, actually. I know it goes against maybe the technical side of soccer, but to just let your players run, let your athleticism show. You know, send the long pass downfield, let the wings spread out and go for it.
And they may end up doing that here as the ball goes out on the far side, and number 7, Danielle Green, will put the ball into play.
That soccer ball gets dangerously close to hitting a Mercedes, which would be bad for everybody.
Ball bounces a few times. Nearly a handball there. And I think they do get the call there on the handball. Just a little delayed reaction by the official.
Yeah, but it took a kind of a funny hop on her. Shot up and hit her hand rather than her hand hitting the ball.
And for the strikers, the goalkeeper is Kimberly Cushing. Number 2 is Nicole Dupuy. Number 3 is Zoya Farzani. Nice name there.
She's
Ball
in
near
second
that
place.
back line. Number 4, Lindsay Gankema. Number 5, Paige Gankema. Number 6 is Jenny Krauser. Number 7 is Lauren Nunez. Number 8, Chandler Schermerhorn. Number 9 is Sarah Gokel. Number 10 is Amanda Deason. Number 11, Carly McLaughlin. Number 12 is Brittany Nomadi. Number 13, Natalie Ohishi. Number 14, Carly Singer. Number 15 is Natasha Afshar. Number 16, Julie McKee. Number 17, Holly Hine. Holly, of course, going off the field with that injury a few moments ago. Hopefully she'll be back. Number 18 is Gabriella Trenton. The team administrator is Edward Lau. And the head coach is Kevin McCarray.
I think what we've seen thus far is the Blues better keep an eye on number 2, Nicole Dupuy, because she is lightning quick. She handles the ball so well. And I'm going to have to say that she is going to be a factor before this game is out in my big prediction of the first half.
Yes. Bold of you, going out on a limb here.
I'm a risk taker, Ken. I live life on the edge, so, you know, no skin off my teeth to go out there and say something like a Nicole Dupuy goal.
She is definitely quick, and the Blues defense would definitely have to be on their toes here. And the ball goes out. Nice save by the photog there on the back line.
Multi-dimensional, and that's what you really look for in a photographer. You don't want them to just come out here and click photos. You want to see them make a couple stops, you know?
Could be the action shooters out here today. You know, they are involved in a lot of these events.
Great company, the action shooters. They do a
Toby.
excellent job. Toby's a great guy. They come out here, they get every girl in action, playing soccer. It's a great benefit for the people out here.
And it's the Blues now coming in deep, but right there, little ground ball to Kim Cushing.
Kate Cush.
And a nice strong kick high into the air, a lot of hang time there. Comes down, bounces once and twice. Going down deep for that header there, number 16 for the Strikers. I think that was Julie McKee.
Most people would have gone with the foot, but Julie wanted to show us that her heading skills are not to be...
And now she does a great job here, change of direction, showing off some nice footwork now, too.
She'll kick it, she'll head it, she'll chase down loose balls here. She is a force.
Well, you know, it's funny. This is a girls under 13. You know, Justin, when we were in Dallas a few weeks ago, we did a boys under 13 match. And as the Blues now penetrating deep towards the net, across the back line and out, so we'll have a goal kick for the Strikers. And we were discussing the fact that when you get around the age 13, 14, 15, those boys, they really need to develop some skills. Their speed isn't going to carry them as far as it once did. But here, you know, the development of females a little bit quicker. So these girls under 13, they do have a little more passing and foot skills than maybe the same age boy would have.
I completely agree with boys who are younger. There's usually a couple kids who are a little more mature, who are just flat out faster than everybody else, and it's a game of get the ball to them and let them outrun everybody. Everybody starts to catch up, and their skills, you know, they have to kind of lagging a little bit. With the girls, they all develop a little bit at the same time, a little faster, and their coordination seems to come a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it definitely does. And of course, you found that out firsthand in your 7th, 8th, and 9th grade years, and had a little difficulty there.
Yes, I struggled. I feel like I've recovered nicely since then, but
Yeah.
you know, we all have our sob stories, Ken, and mine was developing late and struggling with the female race.
Ball here on the near side, now moves over to the far side. And the Blues spreading the field. They're doing a really good job of spreading the field here, actually. Trying to catch the Strikers off guard. And right now, McKee, number 16, again coming across. You had mentioned Nicole Dupuy as somebody that they might have to contain, but now they might have to watch for number 16, McKee.
Well, I think McKee's going to do the right thing, and she's going to get the ball to Dupuy. Blues looking a little bit on their heels right now, as the Strikers have controlled tempo for most of this game.
Again, we got no score. We played about 15 minutes here of the first half. These are 35-minute halves. Nice little touch pass, but it goes right in the hands of Huerta, the keeper.
As we saw there, it was McKee trying to drop one off for Dupuy.
Nice header there, number 4, Lindsay Gankima. And now here's Dupuy, number 2, sizing up Gilmer. And Gilmer does just enough to deflect that ball out here on the near side.
Ta-ta again, building a wall.
Header now goes right back to Gankima, number 4. And there's McKee, number 16.
McKee going for that low header again. That's part of her repertoire at this point.
And it's the Blues trying to control the ball. Nobody really gaining an advantage right here as the ball rolls up across midfield. And the Strikers, number 5, Paige Gankima, keeps it here on the right or on the left side of the field. Strikers take a shot upfield towards the net. But the Blues defense is right there where it needs to be. You know, you say just that the Blues defense may be a little bit back on their heels, but they're getting the job done defensively here.
Unfortunately, though, and I do agree with that, but how long can you allow your defense to continue to be on the back of its heels? Eventually, you need to be the aggressor, put the Strikers on their heels a little bit. You get stuck in that mode of just continually saving yourself. You forget what you're out there to do, which is score some goals, play some soccer, and be the aggressor.
Ball is out here on the near side. Strikers using all the field. Now they go to the far side. Number 10, Amanda Deason. Amanda tries a center pass, but it's cleared away by the Blues.
You know, Kimberly Cushing, the Strikers goalie, I like to affectionately refer to her as K-Cush, has not seen a lot of action thus far.
Well, Strikers obviously doing a good job of putting the pressure on the Blues defense over on the left side of the field. Blues just let that ball run out across the back line. Unable to control the tempo there.
Well, it looked like Leigh Edwards there was trying to do something a little fancy. She gave it a little hop, skip, and a jump. Just couldn't quite get control of it.
Lauren Ang, number 9, now into the game for the Blues.
Ball's being batted around. Both teams vying for control.
Number 5 taking a spill there, Greer Zerboni. But she gets right back up, and now she's right in the middle of things. Gilmer sends the ball up across midfield.
Apparently, they didn't get the memo that that's Greer Zerboni. Greer Zerboni doesn't take nothing from nobody.
This whole Blues squad, you know, both of these teams, very skilled players. There's not a lot of showboating out there. They play the game the way it's supposed to be played. And that's why they're in the championship.
Very true. Both teams well coached, executing fairly well.
A lot of spectators here today coming out to watch these girls match up.
Well, it's a fun event, and they're seeing some really good soccer being played. I think this is as good as some of the soccer we saw from girls 14 and 15 out in Dallas.
Now the ball rolls over to the far side, trying to take an angle around Gilmore. I think that's number 7, Lauren Nanez, for the Strikers. And now you can see the trees, the wind really picking up here. The flag blowing. And Dupuy will have the corner kick.
Gilmer is she's solid out there. A little too fast. Definitely is a wall that I don't think you want to try to go around at this point. It has been ineffective thus far.
Been ineffective?
Trying to get around Gilmer?
Oh, yes, definitely. But you know what she's doing is she switches sides of the field very nicely. You know, they'll find her here on the near side, then all of a sudden she's over on the far side. So, you know, they're going to have to do more than just try to bring the ball up on a different side because she's going to find it.
Some players just have that knack. They always seem to be in the right place at the right time. Gilmer, no exception.
Ball is out here off Christina Hart of the Blues, number 20. And Paige Gankima, or actually that's Lindsay Gankima, number 4, gets the ball back into play. And just like that, it goes out again. And the Strikers still control the ball. Ball on the ground. Blues want to clear it away. Referee watching things there, kind of nonchalantly, if you will. Strikers take a shot on goal, and on the deflection, it goes right into the hands of the keeper, Huerta.
Huerta, nice save. Dupuy had a good look at it. Almost made my big prediction of the first half come true.
Would we want that? Strikers might want it.
For my own ego,
yes.
At this point, Ken.
Well, actually, I'd like to see you get it right every now and then, so it'd be nice if something like that were to happen.
Keeps me in a good mood.
Wholesale changes for the Strikers as they run off the far side of the field there. Number 18, number 12, and number 14. So we've got number 12, Brittany Nomadi, number 14, Carly Singer, and number 18, Gabriella Trenton into the game now for the Strikers.
He might as well have just rolled out a van with a whole new team in there. Making as you said, a wholesale change.
Well, maybe Coach Kevin Macari for the Strikers sees that maybe this is a time to catch the Blues a little winded, put in some fresh legs.
Well, as we see here, they continue to attack, so that could definitely be the strategy being employed here.
You know, we get a lot of people that watch these games, people from varied sports backgrounds, and if you take a basketball analogy here to this soccer match, Justin, you might say that by doing that, making these changes here, watching the other team, you know, trying to figure out who's getting fatigued, that's something that maybe separates some coaches from others.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely something to take into account. It's kind of a chess game, and you want to see maybe how the Blues counteract the Strikers getting their players a rest and not seeming to lose anything in the meantime. They're continuing to stay aggressive.
They've got a good bench, very deep.
Which can also make a coach appear to be doing something a little more technical than another coach when you have more components to work with in terms of depth, and you can rely on certain players in certain situations. It allows you to move things around and do different things. That is definitely true.
Well, I'm certain to hear that both coaches here evenly matched in this championship game as they've maneuvered their way in and out of that maze that they call bracket play.
Both did a fantastic job, and you know, the Blues that have a bench, we'll see it in a little bit, and we do not know the strategy being implied by their fearless coach, Tad Bobak, but we assume he has gotten them all the way here.
It's Strikers here with the ball on the left side of the field, number 11, Carly McLaughlin. And there's Lindsay Gankema, number 4, off to number 14, Carly Singer. And the ball goes out. Carly just can't control it. Ball here on the ground. You know, the Blues, I'd say they have the size advantage here over the Strikers today.
Definitely have the taller of the girls. Just the Strikers are coming at them in waves, and they seem to be a little quicker. Definitely more aggressive to the ball right now, and it's resulting in the Strikers pretty much playing half-court offense on the Blues side of the field.
We're still tied at 0. So for all the Strikers have done so far, they are even. And now here we come with wholesale changes for the Blues. So taking a page out of Macari's book, Bobak sends in his own reserves. Sarah Halverson, Jillian Hogan into the game.
And he might be able to go back to his starters a little bit later. They may be a little fresher at the end of this half. So Bobak counteracting, not getting baited in right away, and he might have played this pretty cool.
Nice upfield pass. Can the defense for the Blues get there? They do. And the ball is cleared out here on the near side. So as we wait for the ball to be retrieved, somewhere over there on the left side. There we go. Finally comes back into play. Blues again clearing it. Nicely done into the middle of the field. Number 9, Lauren Eng.
Nice look, and here come the Blues trying to get it going.
Ball on that far side. And in between a couple of those fluorescent jerseys, that was number 13 for the Strikers, Natalie Ohishi. Did a good job there in trouble, or in traffic.
You tell you what, those fluorescent uniforms kind of feel like you are in traffic.
You know, that we've entered now the 26th minute of play, and things aren't slowing down. Still a fast-paced game.
Most definitely, and it's going to have to stay that way for the Blues to have a shot here at scoring. They need to keep tempo up. They can't get caught in a tempo game where the Strikers are controlling at half court. They have to continue to try to get on the offensive.
Huerta makes a nice pickup, and I like that little kick she's got there.
As well as the goalie jersey, which is
the Jerry Garcia tie-dye.
It is a homage to the Grateful Dead, it would appear. Although Huerta,
very popular jersey there in the soccer community.
It is.
And it matches really well with the fluorescent shorts.
I was going to say, I don't think there's a better uniform that you could combine that with.
You know, these uniforms are nice. I like them. You like them. And, you know, going back to your childhood and your, you know, part of the country that you're from, and seeing as that your NFL team has fallen on some hard times here, maybe a change of uniform, something in this color scheme might do them some good.
Yeah, I mean, I've stuck with the same team for so long that it would be tough to see a tradition like their uniforms for the great 49ers to be changed.
Yeah.
You know, they've been such a proud and winning franchise, much like the Blues, that you don't want to mess with success. It'll come back. You know, I don't want to jump ship and start rooting for another team like so many other bandwagoners that you find out there.
Oh, really?
But we'll be all right. I say we stay true. I mean, what would this game be if the Blues just dump the uniforms if they don't win? You know.
Nice shot coming up towards the middle of the field. Strikers just really forcing their way into control of that ball.
Sometimes the aggressor wins the fights.
And these referees, you know, I haven't said this, but I've noticed it. They're really letting these girls play. Not too many whistles here today.
No, they've definitely swallowed the whistles. They may be hungry. I don't know, but they aren't using them.
Come on, Lauren, let's go.
Do you feel that we've needed a whistle or two out here, or do you think it's been a clean game so far?
Well, honestly, at this point, I think the ref's just trying not to get hurt, as I saw there.
Right there, exactly.
He's taking cover. But, no, I find that this game's been very cleanly played. Both teams are playing hard, and sometimes it gets bogged down. There's too many whistles, and tempers start to flare because of that. They're looking for the whistle, and you know, just let them play. Let them work through it. Keep it aggressive, and if it gets out of control, then rein it back in.
Ball cleared high into the air now. Oh, collision there. Number 15 for the Strikers. There's a shot towards the goal. Going to be just wide. Nice little save by one of the parents there.
It's as if Dupuy knew my big prediction.
She's trying to make it happen.
Or she just doesn't like me and is trying not to make it happen, which I think is completely possible.
Again, Kima Lindsay watches that ball roll across the ground here on the near side and out.
His spectator got cleated there.
Maybe a little close to the line. Referee now telling them to maybe back up just a little bit. And now some more substitutions for the Strikers. Two of them.
Kgjs was sending a message to the fans there. She's saying, hey, I'm a rabid soccer player. You get too close, you're going to catch a cleat.
For the Strikers, number 7, Lauren Nanez into the game, as well as number 16, Julie McKee. Julie McKee had some rest. She's quick.
She's quick. She's a player. She can head it from anywhere on the field.
And again, Kima trying to get the ball to her immediately.
So we see a spectator who is obviously a Blues fan as he came with the neon hat, visor, and shirt.
This is the Blues side where we've set up here with our booth. Fine state-of-the-art broadcast situation here.
It's as good as it gets.
Nice job right here in front of us. Number 16, Kgjs, showing off that footwork again. But on the same side here, the Blues defense not giving in and up to the task. Almost going at her blow for blow there.
There was a lot of contact by both girls trying to angle for position. The Blues are playing hard, and they're doing everything they can right now to get the ball past midfield. They just cannot seem to do it.
Very stingy defense. Oh, by the strikers. And number 8 for the Blues going crashing. Gabby Zarnagar into the stands. Kind of slow, gingerly getting up. She's giving it all out there.
Sending another message.
Again, Kima sends the ball down the near sideline. Blues, though, get back. They recover. Oh, a collision there. No whistle, Justin. I don't understand that.
Maybe the rules of soccer have changed since we last saw.
Well, and obviously the referee feels that not one player had a right to the ball there.
That could very well be, or maybe he's just happy that nobody ran into him, and because of that, he's, you know, going about his business.
Somebody needs to retrieve the ball. We can get going here. We've played now nearly 32 minutes here of this first half. No score. And I don't think we've come close.
Not really.
To a score.
Not really. We've had a lot of contact, a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. Some great defense by the Blues as they have kept the door shut on a striker team that has spent almost the entire 35 minutes about 20, 25 feet from the goal.
Exactly. And that's a testament to the defense of the Blues right there. They've not allowed a goal.
No, and I think as a team, you start to press a little bit. You're like, we're here.
Rachel Manning coming into the game.
We're on the doorstep. The least we could do is hit one in. I mean, it's tough, and you start to press. You start to take shots that you may not want to take.
And the Blues can actually go into halftime feeling pretty good about themselves, not allowing a goal so far, with the pressure that's been upon them here in the first half. Another slide. Very dangerous side here. It's almost like that third turn at Daytona. You know, it's kind of dangerous here on the near side.
Hey, if you're willing to sit there, you got to be willing to take the debris. So,
little center pass there by number 18, Gabriella Trenton of the Strikers. Now the ball will mosey on over to that far sideline. Strikers trying to get around that Blues defense, but it's just too hard.
It's definitely a bend but don't break philosophy for the Blues.
Get a nice little battle for control. Referee there with his hand saying, let's go, play, play, play.
Definitely looked like a shot.
And are we going to get to see Cushing here is what I want to know. Strikers get back. Blues just didn't have the numbers there.
Poor Kate Cush, man.
She wants to get some pub, you know, on the screen here.
She could be reading the new Us Weekly magazine back there. Or,
Soccer World.
Cosmo. Who knows what's going on down there.
Ball here on the near side.
Look at
and now it's the Strikers. Kgjs just outrunning, but has the ball taken away. Trying to do a little too much right there, I think. No whistle, and we do get a whistle. Late whistle by the referee. He's not going to let that one go on.
I think he found it. I think it was in one of his pockets, and he reached in, and he didn't even realize he had it. That's good. No, that was definitely a lot of contact. That one had to be called. Thought Kgjs got bumped off the ball there, but she came back with fire in the eyes and a little too hard of a slide tackle.
I believe that's Nevin Klieg there, referee in the middle of the field.
It does look a little bit like Nevin.
Got the white hair and big commanding force there in the middle. Ball now in the middle of the field. Strikers. Defense now has to work. Blues penetrate on the right side of the field. The Blues are just hoping to get a shot on goal here before the end of the half, but, you know, we may only have about a minute or so. Unofficially, we've now hit the 35-minute mark. And as you see Coach Bo back there looking at his watch, thinking the same thing we are.
Saying, run it again, run it again. They're like, run what again?
Lauren Eng, number 9, back into the game. The wind, I keep saying this, picking up, but it's going to be at gale force here fairly soon. Huerta with the pick. Coaster goes by there.
There's the train in the background giving us a nice atmosphere.
Nearly a handball there. Thought it was. Strikers might have gotten away with something there. Number 12, Brittany Nomadi. Blues had to plug up these lanes and get back.
Look at
Dupuy.
She has got some wheels on her, man. She can fly. It's like everybody else was in fourth gear, and Dupuy dropped it to fifth.
She did.
Dropped the hammer.
Finally, the ball was brought back in. Let's see if they can put it into play. Blues. But the Strikers in those black jerseys clear it away from that fluorescent team. And now the ball moves into the middle. Finally, the Blues able to spread the field. Ball rolls over to the far side. Only people there, though, are Strikers players. Now it goes right down the middle of the field. Again, Kgjs with a shot towards the net. Just a little too far out for that shot right there. Easy pick for Huerta.
She didn't have enough mustard on the hot dog for that one to go in.
No, she was too far out. You know, if she was about 20 yards in deep, might have had a little more of a chance.
Yeah, you like that shot better another 20 yards in, that's for sure.
But, you know, these players mindful of the clock and the time, so they figure they got to just, as soon as they size it up, get a shot on goal, because that whistle could go any time.
Definitely have some heady players here.
Ball out here. McKee, number 16, put the ball into play. And the ball out here on the near side. Number 4, Lindsay Gankima. She's had about 100 throw-ins here from the near side, it seems.
Hopefully they have a massage therapist back in the locker room.
Al Malosh, great massage therapist out of San Diego.
He is a excellent massage therapist. If you're looking for that, Al Malosh is your guy.
Ooh, little collision. I thought I saw the referee's hand come up, but I think he was saying, hey, it's clean play. No whistle. And there's going to be some bumps and bruises on these legs here tonight. I tell you that, Justin.
Get the ice packs out. Get the hot bath running. So there's going to be some sore young ladies today, but hopefully a championship.
You know, it's always nice to let these teams play, and there's the whistle to signal the end of the first half. So we have played a scoreless first half here, Justin. We have 35 minutes to go. You know, I'm Ken Gonzalez, along with Justin Cisco for George Langevin Productions. And you've just witnessed the first half of this championship game. Very exciting. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes. Ken Gonzalez along with Justin Cisco for George Langevin Productions, bringing you now the start of the second half of this match between the SoCal Blues and the Strikers. And Justin, what are your observations here as we start the second half?
Well, I see another hard-fought half, much like we had last time. But I'm going to have to say that the Blues really need to get some momentum going. They need to spread the field. They need to get the ball down the field and try to make something happen. They were on their heels most of the first half, playing defense. And the only way they are going to get a look at the goal and make Kgjs work is to start putting some pressure on her.
That's right. And, Coach Bobak, you saw him there escorting his team out there onto the field. He doesn't look like a coach that messes around. So you know that he had some words there at halftime for his squad.
I'm sure he told them that it's not enough just to wear fluorescent uniforms, that you actually do have to play some soccer. So they played well on the defensive end.
Well, they're tied 0-0. I mean, they played well enough.
Things to hang your hat on are that you are tied. You played good defense, but in terms of an overall perspective, looking at that half, they really had very little going on the offensive end, and that is not a good sign when you need to score and the other team played on your side of the field.
Well, let's see if the fortunes change here to start the second half. On the other side, the strikers could look at it as missed opportunities there in the first half.
Without a doubt, they had numerous opportunities around the net that they just could not capitalize on. So I would say from them, continue doing the same. Work the ball to McKee, to Dupuy, and see if you can't have one of them ring the bell.
Ball goes out across that back line, and the Blues will have the goal kick.
We did get to know Huerta fairly well.
She's done a very good job back there in front of the net. Very solid.
I think that's all you can ask for out of a goalkeeper who's seen as much action as she has in one half.
Strikers now making it hard again for the Blues to get out and run. This Blues squad may be one of those squads that, is so tough on defense that they kind of rely on that fact.
Right.
And they just look for that one or two opportunities where they can strike on offense and make something happen, because they're not going to give up a lot of goals.
Definitely not. I mean, they could very well be kind of like the Detroit Pistons last year's NBA Finals, or the Baltimore Ravens from a couple years ago, where they hang their hat on defense, and that is what basically wins for them. They wait for the other team to make a mistake, they capitalize, and end of story, because you are not scoring on them.
We'll talk about a mistake. I hate to go back again, but alluding to the game we did in Dallas. Team from Monterey had the game in hand the entire game. Honolulu really couldn't get much going on offense, but that one mistake with about 10 seconds left allowed Honolulu to tie that game, and that was the one break that they needed.
That was quite a game, and so hard fought that game was. It was 1-0 with 10 seconds remaining. Goalie came out too far, ball bounced around, and the only time Honolulu had really even been on that side of the field the entire half.
But they made the most of their one opportunity.
Yeah. And defense was their calling card for the game, so
we may see the same thing here this afternoon.
Definitely a strategy that may not be that exciting to watch for the novice fan, but you see the strategical parts of it and how it operates and works for a team.
Blues doing a good job again on defense, clearing the ball away as it had bounced right in front of the net very dangerously. Little collision, pushing the back, referee right on top of it, letting it go. Having played sports, Justin, basketball, soccer, it's like you want to play, but at some point you start getting a little irritated with the referees. They've got to put an end to some of that.
They really do. They have to keep it clean. I mean, other than calling the actual rules of soccer, some of that they do have to manage the game, manage tempers, allow the game to be played cleanly. You start seeing what you can get away with out there, and tempers can flare, and it takes away from the quality of soccer with all the pushing and grabbing. I definitely know in basketball, I mean, sometimes you can be on the offside of a play, which would be the equivalent to being on the other side of the field here, and little grabbing, little pulling that the ref can't see. It makes a big advantage. You start becoming a half, 2 steps slow. You don't make the plays you usually make.
Right. Strikers will have the ball here for the corner kick on the near side, and so this could be their opportunity to put one on the board. Centered nicely, but a nice header by the Blues defense. And that Blues defense, it looks as though they're getting stronger as the game goes on, actually.
It's like a fluorescent wave of fury out there.
Gilmer with a nice boot upfield. Off to number 8, Gabby Zarnagar. Gabby with a nice slide stop and recovers with the ball. Keeps it going as they move in towards the net.
Zarnagar has played hard all game long. She even took a fan out earlier, and she is not shy of the slide tackle, as we saw one of the striker players eat turf.
Lindsey Gankima going up against Zarnagar right there, and Gilmer will have the throw-in from that far side, and now it's the Blues with an opportunity to put some pressure on this striker's defense.
It can happen that quickly. I mean, it's just... it can swing in your favor when you play that solid of defense. Eventually, you're going to get a break.
Ooh, Gilmer's pass on the far side taken away. She was looking for Alexandra Trinari, number 19. And quickly, Dupuy and the strikers going right down the middle of the field. Huerta comes out, makes the great stop. Deflection.
Great play by Huerta. I mean,
And that was a smart play because she knew that she had to get to Dupuy and close off any angle whatsoever.
Great Dupuy on the breakaway. You figure one-on-one goalie with Dupuy, it's pretty much a goal every single time. Huerta made a great play, and I'm convinced at this point that Dupuy just does not like me, Ken. She does not want to score a goal. And I don't know what effect I have on women, Ken, but...
Corner kick now for the strikers.
Definitely seems to be a pattern brewing here.
Plenty of time left. We got 7 minutes into this second half, and Gankima, I believe, will take this corner.
I think it might be Dupuy.
Is it Dupuy, number 2?
Yeah, she tracked it down. She set it in the corner. With even more determination to snub me.
Well, I don't know what we're waiting on here. Referee, now he seems ready. As he blows that whistle, now here comes the kick. High into the air, cleared away by the Blues, but the strikers keep it right in front of the net. There's a shot towards the net. That ball's going to find the back of the net from that far side. And the strikers are on the board right now. That's number 2, Dupuy.
I was completely wrong. She loves me. Nice job. That was excellent work by the strikers to stick with it. They've had so many opportunities. You had to figure they were going to get their shot in soon enough.
And the Blues now trailing 1-0. And let's see if they get that offense fired up, as they have a substitution here on the near side coming into the game. Some fresh legs for the Blues.
You know, right before that goal,
Number
I was just
3.
getting ready to say that number 10 for the Blues, Allie Harrison, who is fairly tall, has been knocking away the corner kick all day with a header, and it finally did not pay off there, as the ball went loose and Dupuy finished it off.
Ball is out on that far side, and another substitution. And the Blues, they could be one of these teams that really, you know, they might have to be down by a goal before they get that offense going.
The strikers are showing no signs of letting up. Dupuy
looks a little angry now, as looks like she might be counting players. Maybe too many players on the field for the Blues.
Could be. The ref is somewhat wandering at the moment. I don't know if he's making a call or...
He's counting, I believe. And so we'll have to wait. And, I mean, there's really no penalty here, is there?
I have no idea. I do see the ref is taped up. His knee is bandaged. That could be, you know, a concern later on in the game with his lateral mobility.
Kendall Romine, number 22, into the game now for the Blues. And, you know, maybe the referee now is going to start blowing that whistle, slowing this game down. Would work to his advantage. Not sure it works to any of the players' advantage.
Right. I haven't really seen what he's been doing. I haven't quite understood his method. But,
Chandler Schermerhorn, I believe, from the corner. Nice strong toss, but cleared away by the Blues, and now the ball comes up towards midfield. Number 10 again with the header. Notice that, Allie Harrison.
I will say that Bobak has definitely built a very solid defensive squad, but at some point, like we were saying earlier, you can only play defense so long. And in soccer, you do eventually have to get aggressive, maybe leave yourself open, and try to get the ball upfield.
Little push in the back, referee letting it go. Zonigar hit the ground for the Blues. Number 17 for the Strikers, Holly Hine. Might have been guilty there of a penalty.
Holly Hine's back, and she's going to make an impact, distribute a little punishment.
She had that ankle injury there in the first half. Seems to be okay now.
Yeah, good to see her back.
Ball on the ground. Now rolls to the far side. Strikers. They'd like to add to their 1-0 lead, that's for sure.
They would. More contact. It's pretty much Thunderdome here in this soccer match thus far. No holds barred.
Maybe this is the way that the different regions of the state and country, they all play differently. And maybe the Coast Soccer Leagues got a little attitude out there, kind of like the East Coast basketball where they bang on you.
Right. No blood, no foul. Weaponry included.
Actually hasn't been all that. It's been very physical, but nothing out of the ordinary as far as, malicious contact or anything like that. I think it's been good, solid soccer.
Oh, absolutely. But there has been a lot of bumps in the back, holds, grabs, jersey tugs, hard slide tackles that, especially for the age group, that you don't typically see. We've done a lot of games, and it really has not been this physical. But
very physical here today.
These kids are battling, though, not backing down at all.
Very good match, 1-0. And we're at about the 48-minute mark here. Got to reach 70 minutes, so just about 22 minutes to go. Ball across midfield. Now the Blues want to penetrate. Let's see if they can get a break here. Takedown there. There was a hook, and now the referee finally saw that, and that's got to go against the Strikers.
Holly Hine wondering.
What's an interesting little movement there by the referee, but basically goes against number 17, Holly Hine. She's been very physical here today, as you've noted. And now a direct free kick for the Blues. Number 22, Kendall Romine, will take it and back to guard the box. Kim Cushing.
I think Hine's main contention with that penalty is, where's the consistency?
Maybe. Well, that one was a little out of the ordinary. You had the hook there. She grabbed the arm and kind of pulled her down.
Leg sweep and the arm bar to the toss, the hip toss. But, got to get in where you fit in, Ken.
Blues quickly getting back. But the Strikers a little quick there.
Nice drop off.
Nice touch pass here on the near side, and now trying to center at number 7, Danielle Green, just a little bit too fast on that kick. Another slide. Both of these teams well versed in the slide move.
It's a favorite amongst some of the players here.
They're very fortunate that this is not an artificial surface right now. This is grass. We'd have a lot of rug burn. A lot of the high schools going to the artificial surface. Not sure I'm a fan of that.
Well, the surfaces with the blades of grass, that the rubber padding underneath, it's actually cement with usually like 3 to 4 inches of rubber, some loose gravel-like substance, and then individual blades. It's I enjoy playing on it. You get great grip. The grass doesn't rip. You don't get hurt when you hit the turf. I think you should give it a try. Is there some contact going on towards the end line there?
Again, Gilmer gets in the way, clears the ball out. The Blues just caught off guard that one little moment there, allowing that goal. Otherwise, just been very solid defensively. Centered. Ooh. Nice job by the Blues just at the last second, clearing that ball away. Number 8, Zarnagar, right around the ball. Strikers like a fast game. Very obvious. They know how to pass the ball when they're running full tilt.
Very well managed team. They execute pretty much to the T. And today they've gone up against a stellar defense, but they've kept the pressure on because they have executed so well.
And now the free kick for Hein, number 17. And let's see where Holly goes with the ball. She's going to go right at the net, and it's going to be just a little bit wide, and Huerta can watch that one go out. Nearly gets the bicyclist there in the background.
Almost knocked off his moped there, but...
what was that? Was that a moped, bicycle?
It's like a converted dirt bike.
Something you'd see on Extreme Machines.
I think so. Probably hybrid. Maybe it's water powered. I don't know.
Now the ball rolls here to the near side. Blues have to start thinking about some offense right now as we've come up across about the 18-minute mark here of the second half. Ball is out here on the near side off of number 10, Amanda Deason.
Haven't called her name today, but see, she's mixing it up here, trying to play some solid D's.
Out of nowhere, Dupuy comes by, steals the ball away from number 7, Danielle Green.
She is a heck of a soccer player. I got to say, she is one solid player. Can handle, can run, can shoot.
Another collision on that far side. Clean play, according to the referee. Ball goes out and will belong to the Blues. And actually, he did call a whistle there on that one.
Yeah, now he's starting to tighten it up a little bit. Maybe a little too late, though.
Well, it's 1-0. Whenever one shot will get you tied, you're never out of the game. Blues in a decent position now. They can get a breakaway and get a shot or two on goal. They can tie this game. Ball is out here on the near side and should belong to the Blues as Coach Bobak looks on.
Bobak sporting an all-black ensemble after his mentor, Al Davis.
Nice way to recover there, but remind number 22. Gilmer right in the middle of the field, showing off some footwork there. One thing this Blues team is very proficient in passing and changing of direction. Part of that practice scheme that they've got going, and you know, all these teams, every coach will key in on different aspects of the game that they feel are the most important, and it's obvious that Coach Bobak is really drilling fundamentals here with this team. They're very sound.
Well, and I completely respect that and agree with that, because this isn't as much fun as it is to win and you know, go into tournaments and do well. The most important thing is that you're building some good soccer players for the future, that they're learning some skills and techniques that they can carry on and practice that will allow them to play into the future, or even learn some discipline with soccer and have it carry on into different aspects of what they do. So
both teams showing that here, definitely.
But Hein has definitely had an impact since she's come back. The strong-legged player for the Strikers.
Harsh collision right there, and we do get a whistle. Nothing much you could do there. Both going for the ball. It wasn't anything malicious, but that is a penalty. Number 8, Chandler Schermerhorn for the Strikers will be whistled there.
Tell you what, I would not want to be out there right now as a opposing player to either of these teams because I'm just not built that physically tough, Ken. I'm not going to take these kind of contacts. These collisions that they're dealing with.
Very hard collisions. Ball in towards the net. Cleared away. And this is the Blues now putting some pressure. You know, we haven't seen the ball down on this end of the field for this length of time in quite a while.
This is what they have to do. They have no choice. You just maybe would have liked to have seen this sooner. Maybe at some
point. The ball nearly out here on the near side.
Some point during the first half, maybe you've gone to this strategy where they become the aggressor and see what they can do. But I think you see that a lot as teams wait until they're down late in the game where it's desperation time. They put the pressure on and they end up scoring a goal. But why not maybe do that at the beginning of the game, during the first half, during the beginning of the second half, when you can establish some control, can establish some momentum, instead of waiting until you're just trying to hang in the game.
Big changes now for the Strikers. As Sarah Gokel, Brittany Nomadi, to name a few, come into the game now. And I believe number 18, Gabriella Trenton. And there was one other. Might have been number 12. We did get Brittany Nomadi. And there she is, the keeper, Kim Cushing.
Kgjs
gets a little airtime with this save.
You can tell she is excited to touch the soccer ball, as I think she forgot that she was playing in the National State Cup.
But now we've noticed something here in the last few minutes, Justin, is that it's not as easy for the Strikers to clear the ball up across midfield. The Blues are keeping the ball down here on the left side of the field. They want to make the most out of what they can get.
I think that with the Blues defense so solid that you can still get that kind of performance at midfield. That what they were doing in their own zone is make it tough to clear. I mean, they're skilled, they're talented. That you don't have to necessarily play in your own zone to be an effective defensive team.
And the corner kick for the Blues, and golden opportunity now to get on the board and tie this game up. Nice high kick right in front of the net. It's going to be headed just wide and out, and maybe an action shooter there showing off his footwork.
He's a junior Pele, or I think they call him Freddie Adu of the photog world. I don't know if you're familiar with Mr. Adu.
He looked more like a Steve Irwin crocodile hunter there, actually. Getting out of the way of a croc.
A low kind of squib kick by Kgjs.
And the Blues still with an opportunity to keep the ball down here. Ball is out, and the Blues will have it. So things, I hate to use a pun here, but things are kind of bouncing the Blues' way right now as they'll control the ball on that far side. Gilmer with a nice toss. Now they want to center it. Just can't get there in time. The Strikers meet the ball first.
It's a funny thing in sports, though, that as fast as momentum can turn, a lot of it has to do with who's being aggressive. And when bounces do go your way, there's a high correlation between how aggressive you are and making your own breaks. So I think that the Blues have done a nice job of kind of turning this thing around a little bit with their own imposing of will.
Ball out here on the near side. Kendall Romine, number 22, will put it into play. Center pass right into a group of black jerseys. And it is the Strikers clearing it over across midfield. Now it's a foot race. Dupuy is going to be beaten to the ball by the Blues.
Dupuy had a long way to go, though. She had like a girl had a 20-yard start on her, it looked like.
Oh, collision again. Zarniger loses the ball.
It's about the 5th time Zoniger has annihilated somebody. But doesn't seem like that's going to change.
Here come the strikers now over on the far sideline. Gilmer getting up in there, providing the defense. Just about 10 minutes to go here as we have hit the 60-minute mark here of this match.
I'll tell you what, Zarniger is absolutely punishing the strikers at this point. I mean, she is...
Well, I think she's just too quick for some of the people that have been around her. She's leaving them in the dust.
Agreed.
That shot's going to be wide and will roll here to the near side and out. And let's see, I believe it will belong to the Blues, and it does. They've really got to get a nice throw in here and keep the ball going the other way. They can't be doing that.
Want to score, guys. Want to score.
Nice job moving the ball upfield.
The heading going on.
Ball again at midfield. Dupuy, number 2. And the Blues trying to get physical now with the ball, using their muscle. And a whistle, and they're going to say no, it belongs to the strikers. The Blues bench and players saying they don't believe that.
Zarniger tried the old quick toss in.
She
Definitely a crafty player, maybe the craftiest player that we've seen today.
Carly McLaughlin, number 11, coming out for number 17, Holly Hine. That ball definitely off the strikers here on the near side. Blues moving the ball into the middle of the field. Can they get a shot on goal? Oh, a hard collision right there. Looks like for a second there that their heads actually bumped, but I think it was their shoulders.
Yeah, it definitely looked like there was some head-to-head contact, but nobody was worse for the wear.
Zarniger, number 8, battling for control of the ball. A couple of players hitting the ground there. A whistle.
Zarniger may be the
Blues
most
lose it.
physically imposing under 13-year-old player that I have seen to date. Definitely understands leverage and the liberties you can take when moving another player out of the way.
Coming up on about 7 minutes to go unofficially here in this match. 1-0 strikers over the Blues. Gilmer takes the ball away. Nice change of direction.
Beautiful
Kicks it upfield. Nice pass. Blues still controlling the ball as it rolls over to the far side. And will go out and will belong to the strikers.
Blues are just so close now to getting a shot on goal, you could say, at least, but they are running out of time and quickly.
Ball saved from going out here on the near side by the strikers, and now Dupuy right there now goes up the middle of the field, and the Blues defense gets back. They're able to clear it out. Ball's out of bounds here on the near side and will belong to the strikers. Just about 5 minutes to go, Justin, here in this match.
It's crunch time now. Now's the time that the big-time players step up, make plays, put their team on their back, and single-handedly take over. But that can go for both ways, because if one of the striker players can make a play, this game's all but done.
Here come the Blues. I think they've got some numbers here as they move the ball upfield here on the near side. Now number 5, Greer Zerboni. Zerboni here on the near side. Gets to the ball. She's pushed. It goes out and will belong to the Blues as they get it back in very quickly. Nice center header towards Cushing. Number 20, Christina Hart with the header.
Zarniger left a dime for her. That was a beautiful pass, set right in front of the goal. Headed nicely, just could not get enough on it, but that was probably the Blues' best opportunity of the day, and they just could not capitalize. And we're starting to see some real skill being implemented by Zarniger. She's had a very nice game. She's a solid defensive player. Very quick. Rugged. Definitely not afraid to have contact.
Blues here at midfield with the ball, number 8, Gabby Zarniger.
She has been the catalyst in this second half, trying to will her team back into this thing.
Greer Zerboni. Now it goes back the other way.
I'm sure the Blues are wishing right now that they were awarded a goal for having such a great name as Greer Zerboni.
Strikers getting a little careless every now and then with the ball.
I do like that they're staying aggressive. They're not going into the prevent D that so many teams do.
That was a downfall of Monterrey, Mexico.
That was
a few weeks ago.
A big issue. Controlled tempo all game long, much like the Strikers have done. Felt the need to go to the prevent.
Carly Singer coming out, being replaced by number 16, Julie McKee. So McKee in for the final moments of this match. Just about 3 minutes to go.
Definitely not a lot of time for the Blues, who've struggled to get any really solid offensive looks all day. Had their best opportunity just moments ago and could not capitalize.
Harsh collision, another one there. And that one will be whistled.
Tata.
Gilmer will be called for the infraction there. The ball will be placed on the ground. Kick for the Strikers.
Hines got a really strong leg. She's definitely been a huge addition in the second half, coming back from her injured ankle.
Ball down on that far sideline near the corner. And let's see, it goes out. Referee points into the favor of the Blues. Not sure how he made that call.
I probably flipped a coin, Ken, as he's done for most of this game. I'm sure both teams feel like this game has been a little too physical. So you see the frustration with some of the girls.
Ball at midfield. Ang, number 9, for the Blues is there. Blues again. You know, the Blues the last maybe 10 minutes or so have stepped up their defensive pressure. Striker player taking that kick into the face. That ball. Let's hope she's all right.
That will definitely leave a mark. That will definitely be remembered by that young lady. But she is going to tough it out, we hope.
She's there doubled down. Now she's ready to go. She's going to take the free kick.
It's always tough when you get kicked or hit in the nose. Even if it doesn't hurt that badly, tears automatically come, and well, a lot of name calling goes along with that.
It's a bad thing.
Not that I've ever.
Never been hit in the nose?
I have, and I did cry. There were tears, but they were not tears of sorrow. They were
tears of joy.
Well, they were tears of automatic response to my system. You know, I would never just cry.
Ball in the middle of the field. Blues really need some shots here as we're coming up on unofficially now. We have hit the 35-minute mark. And so it's all up to the referee right now. He has the authority to call that whistle at any given moment.
There's Boback trying to get his troops excited. As he has the
Blues bringing everybody up now. Gilmer right in between a couple of defenders. Now she's going right at the net. Oh! Leads that ball just a little too long. Blues want to get a shot. It's deflected away. Strikers now across midfield. And the Strikers defense really had to come through right there. And that ball roll out over on the far sideline.
I tell you what, Dupuy took quite a shot. She seems to be running it off a little bit, but Tata Gilmer just she pancaked her, quite frankly. It was like an SUV taking out a small animal on the road. It was a lot of contact.
Blues desperately want a shot on goal here as time is running down. And now it's the Strikers attacking over on the right side of the field. And I think they're just trying to milk the clock right now, Justin. Gilmer gets back. Little push there. She had enough. No whistle. Referee letting it play.
I don't even know what to say at this point, Ken. We've said enough. Gilmer has now made Dupuy her personal whipping girl. 2 plays in a row. I think Dupuy's a little hesitant.
Well,
to go
Gilmer,
back
she's a strong player out there. And she's been with this squad for quite a while, and it's almost her duty to protect it.
Protecting as she is, I don't think
ball out on that far side. Ball out on the far side. Blues quickly have to get something going. The referee looks at his watch. High into the air, there's a header. Can the Blues get a shot? They need one desperately here. High into the air, they're getting close towards the net. They're coming in deep. Another header. Blues now, this is their first serious run towards the net. And the ball will roll out across the back line, and we will have a goal kick. So it was off the Blues. Very exciting exchange right there. Again, that was a Blues' best shot right there.
It's going to pretty much, I'd have to assume, do it for them. As the Strikers have a great chance to get control and put this one away. They faced a more physically opposing team today, Ken, and as we see them celebrate.
That's it. There's the whistle. And it's the Strikers defeating the SoCal Blues here today by a final of 1-0, and they have taken the State National Cup championship game for girls under 13. 1-0 with the 1 goal, making it stand up. The Blues played their hearts out. Their defense very solid.
The Blues were an extremely gifted team. They played excellent defense, were physically up to the task today, but just could not quite execute as well as the Strikers, and who seemed to have maybe the best skilled player with Dupuy out on the field at all times. They were able to get the job done today.
And there the Blues are going to congratulate each other at midfield. So the 2005 State National Cup Girls Under 13 champions, the ISC Strikers, as they beat the SoCal Blues by a final of 1-0. I'm Ken Gonzalez along with Justin Sisko for George Langevin Productions, and we really hope you've enjoyed this championship match. It was our pleasure to bring it to you. We hope to see you again sometime very soon, but until then, have a great weekend and be safe, everybody.
Cup committee, first thing we want to do is we want to thank everybody involved, especially with these two teams and throughout Girls 13 tournament, for just their patience, cooperation, and understanding with things that went on, delays and things like that. We should have ended this a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Weather caused the delays, and from our standpoint, we just want to thank everybody for their patience and understanding and cooperation. So thank you, all of you. I'm sure everybody's aware by now that both of these teams are going to Denver. So that I think everybody knew how important yesterday's games were. So, you know, it's the same two teams that matched up last year, just in reverse order this year. Two best teams in this age group, all right? And I know that both of these teams will be playing in the regional final on Saturday, June 25th. Ladies, I know that it was a goal of yours to get back to the regionals after last year's loss to Crossfire McCormick. So you get your chance again. And unless I read something that somebody else didn't, you're in the same bracket with them. So I don't know whether that's a plus or a minus, but I know that you'd love to play them again if you haven't played them yet. So again, tremendous tournament. You got to the final. You did what you needed to do, and again, you get another chance. Okay, so congratulations, Tad.
I just want to thank CY State South for organizing this tournament. It's very tough, a lot of coordination. Like you said, the rains delayed things, but you kept that act going and organized it, and a lot of great soccer was being played out there. So, Dave Lamb, thanks a lot. Wayne Carver, Mr. Dawson, Mr. Emerson,
Thank you.
tremendous job. Dave Mildrew, thanks for getting the state cups over here locally in South Orange County for everybody. It's a lot easier. A lot of work you put in there. I know I put a lot of work you put understand, and all the parents that put in the time to coordinate the parking, the concessions, the marshalling, and all that stuff. Immense work out there by both United Soccer Club and the Blues. Congratulations on that, because without that, we can't have this arena and atmosphere. Irvine Strikers, great season, great year. We play in a very tough, competitive arena, one of the toughest ones in the United States, and because of that, there's a lot of good teams and a lot of quality competition. And in that environment out there, above all, we're learning about being good people, learning about being quality human beings and citizens out there, learning how to be good students out there, most important. And in third place is soccer. This atmosphere here allows us to grow and exercise these great qualities out there and get you guys to be very positive people. So thank God for having this kind of atmosphere in Southern California. And Strikers, coming on top is a great credit to you. You've been there all through the years. And congratulations to your work, Kevin. Tremendous job out there with the girls. Very proud of you. I want to thank the parents of both teams for supporting your daughters throughout all of your deals. Very tough. A lot of practices, a lot of driving, a lot of games out there. They put a lot of time and sacrifice, so we really appreciative of that. Cal South Blues, immensely proud of you. You guys, through the years, always giving your heart out there. And that's a quality of a great person out there. Very, very proud. Played all the way out there. And in a situation like that, to me, there's no winners. Both teams are winners because you fought so hard out there. So keep your heads up. We're proud of you. And I'm very happy to have you working with us. Good job. Joe, thanks again. Over here. Thank you for managing the team. A lot of effort out there. Go ahead.
Alexis Huerta. Next one. Alexandra Teneri. Lauren Ing. Christina Hart. Gabby Zarniger. Rachel Manning. Danny Green. Lee Edwards. Itaja Gilmer. Greer Zerboni. Sarah Halverson. Jillian Hogan. Kendall Romine. Kelsey Wilson. Allie Harrison.
Covered everybody?
We have everybody? Everybody right? Covered?
Joel and Carrie, thanks again. Important everything.
But on behalf of Cal South, we want to present the trophy emblematic of the finalists in Girls 13, the National Cup tournament for 2005 to the SoCal Blues.
Good job.
This year, so you have some added responsibility, but I know that, like I said before, these two teams are expected to play again for the regional championship. So I know that this gentleman and everybody associated with the Irvine Strikers, we're going to get you ready for the tournament. So again, congratulations on just an outstanding tournament. Kevin?
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank Cal South. I don't have much of a voice, so I don't know why I wouldn't after playing SoCal and the Blues in 2 days in a row. Thank Cal South for a great tournament. What a wonderful venue we had this year. Nice not to have to drive to Lancaster weekend after weekend. It's a beautiful place. Hopefully it stays here. And I just can't say enough about the two teams that are here today. It's just the best. And the best always rise to the top. They did again this year. County did an awesome job. preparing to play every single game, and we always know somewhere along the line you're going to play the Blues. And we're just fortunate enough to finish on top today. Reversal last year, but I feel proud knowing that the two best teams in Cal South are going to go and represent this area in the regionals this year, and I wouldn't want it any other way. You guys deserve it. You played a tremendous game today, a tremendous tournament, and you prepared yourselves very, very well. Ladies, we talked about before the game, we talked about it again after the game. I'm just infinitely proud of the work and the time you put in day after day. 8 months now, and we always say we earn things like this, and you earned it today. And you had to earn it today, and you wouldn't want it any other way. And I'm just proud. I'm proud that my last game with you in California was a victory, and hopefully we can do the same thing in Colorado. Okay? A couple months from now. To the parents of both teams, as Tad mentioned, I'm in awe at the dedication you guys show to your kids. It inspires me to be a better father every day because of the efforts you guys make, the drives you guys make, the time you guys spend. It's just impressive to me. And I just hope I can be, the father that you guys are and that you guys are to your kids. It's just tremendous. Let's get to the awards. Ed, my manager. I can't tell you how much, and I'm sure a lot of the parents know how much managers do behind the scenes to make things flow and get things done. And without Ed, obviously, I'd be a mess. So I'm glad he's here all the time to help me out and take care of the details for me. I'll start with Nicole, our goal scorer today. And I will use assessment. Britt, run up. That can't be for you. Lauren. Good job. Amanda? Natalie. Let's go sushi. Good job. Carly Singer. Gabby. Chandler. Great job. Sarah. Holly. Thanks for fighting through the pain today. Tasha. Kimmy. Lakipa. Great job. Bring down the court for us. You can get that over your face. Julie. Lindsay. Had to make it wait one more time. Zoya! Come on, Zoya! Janie Krauser. Should we all sing to you? Jenny's birthday is today. Paige. Sweet pop. Sweet pop.
Yeah, Paige. Woo, yeah, Paige.
That's it. Once again, thank Cal South. Thank the ranch for a great venue. Blues, thank you. And we'll go make something happen up north, Colorado. Thanks again. Thank you.
Okay, we want to present Kevin and Irvine Strikers game ball from Nike.
Oh, yeah, great. Thank you. I won't fit there. Unfortunately. I already got a couple.
And finally, the trophy emblematic of the National Cup 2005 champions for Girls 13 Irvine Strikers.